But I'm going to put you in a position right now. See how obviously you can, I mean, it will be nice to hear some fresh thoughts. If by any chance you were given the financial ministerial position, right, in a situation like this, what would be your first couple of steps for us to get somewhere? Right now, clearly there is no plan. We are talking about a plan. We've been basically indicating things are happening. Nobody knows what is happening. But if you are given this mantle to take on, okay, what would be your first couple of steps to take forward?
Yeah, quite not very hard to imagine, Shak. I mean, the first thing is that we need a huge bump up of capacity.
Right.
You'd need to set up a super institution that can coordinate across everything, pull together the best economists you have, and hire those you don't have. You'd need 100 economists working at one time at least.
Wow.
To try and pull this together. I mean, most countries have that many economists working in normal times in their central bank crunching numbers. Right. So you really should put a serious lot of analysis behind what you're trying to do. And Sri Lanka has so many areas to fight, right? Our credit restructuring needs analysis, and you can't leave it up to the guys you hire, international consultants you hired. You really have to be directing them.
Right.
And guiding them. We have to pull the poor out of poverty and give them cash transfers, and you need a team of people figuring out what to do, and actually we have a solution for that. Right. We think that, for instance, electricity usage is a great proxy for level of poverty, and it does, when we do the numbers, it does twice as well as Samurdin identifying the poorest people. Right. So there are easy solutions available immediately to improve people's situation and target them, and I can give them their cash voucher on their electricity bill. Okay. We would have to do proper analysis. Now look at what we did. We said, look, we'll go back to the 2019 tax system. That's not a particularly good idea, because, for instance, the 2019 tax system had withholding tax on interest at 5% as a final tax. The current tax system did away with withholding tax, but said, you know, when you declare your tax, you should pay tax on your interest, and that's not 5%. It's whatever your income is, so you can go up to 18%. So because we don't have withholding tax, we are not collecting it. But now we are going to collect it at a much lower tax rate. With interest rates going above 25%, we should be collecting that at the maximum rate possible on income. And we should probably have a withholding tax of 10%. That's not a final tax. We've crunched the numbers. These are the things that will make a difference. But if you try to run this without analysis and do knee-jerk ideas for what your taxation should be, then you're not going to get there. And then to boot, you know, I'm using examples of the current situation for what we'll do differently. You want to raise the taxes, and you're saying we'll do it in October.
Right.
This is a sleepy, slow train that you're on. You should do it tomorrow.
Exactly.
And then you will be told, oh, but the legal draftsmen are having difficulty getting this out. I mean, I think it's time to whip government into shape. The country is suffering. You cannot wait. We pass constitutions in double quick time when we want to, and draft them and get them into parliament as well.
In an hour.
Tax bill, we apparently can't do for a long time. So these are crazy excuses. So I think what I would do is, that's why I said, you really need a super institution that can run government, treat it like disaster management. Remember, after tsunami, we put a secretariat that, you know, ran the solutions on the disaster of tsunami. We are in a disaster. We need all hands on deck. We need to hire from all over the world economists that are capable and can come and work in Sri Lanka. Put them all to work, because if we can shave off a month of time for restructuring, that's a lot of saving for the economy, for the country. And honestly, we are on a path right now that I fear that will not be restructured even a year from today.
That looks like it, I think.
And that's terrible, because many countries have done it in 6 months.
Right.
So we should have been on a path to get it done by October. We are now not on a path that may go as long as next October, hopefully at least, you know, by next June. So that's not acceptable, because that is the single biggest cause of the pain and suffering we are going to have. And we are short $800 million a month, and the IMF can give us only 800 million a year.